Yo. Yo, what's up, guys? Kyle Cardoza here, founder 3 and Wake Up Now. I'm interviewing one of the top leaders in my business, Jake Loco. Basically, he hit the rank of founder 3, what we like to call the sweet spot in the company, in a really, really short time span, about a month, which is pretty hard for most people to do. Most people in their first month hit D3, and he hit F3 in his first month. So basically, what I wanted to do was I wanted to ask him a couple of questions. Ask him a couple of questions for people who, are maybe struggling to get to D3, maybe who are struggling to get to F3, and really let them know, exactly what someone has done, that's been successful. So, without further ado, Jake, dude, thank you for getting on the call, man.
Thank you, Kyle. Glad to be here.
Yeah, no problem, man. So what would you say, is the first thing you did when you heard about Wake Up Now?
All right. So what actually happened was, I found out about this other company called Vima over spring break. I've heard about them before, and I was finally understanding what network marketing was actually all about. And, I enjoyed network marketing. I didn't like Vima. And what happened was I actually hit you up, Kyle, and I was like, dude, what is this whole Vima thing? And you introduced me to Wake Up Now. And, I was in hope that a lot of people have been in when they first start. I didn't have $100, so I couldn't join no matter what. But you, insisted I did some research and that I get myself familiar with everything. So I ended up doing that, and I saved up $100. And as soon as spring break was over, we returned to URI, and I signed up. And as soon as I signed up, I just began hitting up all my friends. I went through all my text messages, talked to everyone who I have been talking to the past 3 days or whatever, and basically just chatted them up, see if they were down to hang out. And I know you were with me for most of this. I basically just set up meetings as casual as possible, and introduced them to you, introduced them to the concepts. And in 4 days, I got 3 people to sign up, and that was basically the first step. After that was basically getting those 3 people on the same page, letting them know that they can't just sit back and get to F3. They have to do some work, hit up their friends. One of the most important things that I wish I did when I started was to make a giant list of everyone who you know, maybe kids you don't even know, kids you don't like, just anyone you could talk to, and just go down the list, bam, 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 talk to them, see what happens. I mean, having that list is probably the driving force behind hitting D3 or F3 or F4.
Yeah. Exactly. What have you done, that you think is different, from most of the people that get involved in Wake Up Now? What exactly did you do? What did you follow a system? What did you do?
Yeah, so at first, I followed this system pretty loosely. It was called PS3. Basically, what I would do, it stands for peak interest, share opportunity, and then end in 3-way call. And for those of you who don't know, that means basically piquing someone's interest, getting their attention. The S is sharing the opportunity, telling them what Wake Up Now is all about, and then ending in a 3-way call. And I would do this in person rather than on the phone. So you remember, we would go hang out with all my friends, one at a time, kind of start a conversation, share Wake Up Now, and then I would basically give you the spotlight and let you kind of finish it up, close them out. And that was working for a pretty long time until we ran out of people to talk to. I only have so many friends walk up to you and be like, yo, let's. So after that, I started heavily relying on social media. And I mean, we all have hundreds of friends on Facebook and Instagram. we don't talk to them every day. So like they're going to see what we're doing. They're going to be seeing what we're posting. And if you post motivation things or like hopeful thinking or like, I don't know, anything that has to do with like something positive, people will react positively to. So, after I like kind of went through all my close friends, I started to post on Facebook like every day if I could, just something new, something maybe like, it wasn't even have to be like, it wouldn't have to be like Wake Up Now related, just something positive. And slowly over time, people, like, I wouldn't have to like go out of my way to find people. They would literally just hit me up and be like, what are you posting on the internet? Like, is that a scam? Blah, blah, blah. That's a perfect invite. Just talk to them, and you can use PS3 from there. But if you don't use social media, like, you're missing out on a lot of prospects. And the more that you post, the more people are going to see.
Yeah, true. What would you say is the lowest point that you've had in your business? You know, what would you say when you really asked yourself, is it worth it? Have you had one of those moments?
Definitely. So I feel like in the beginning, I'd gotten my 2 people pretty easily, and finding this third person was kind of tough, and I basically had to like almost beg them, and that is kind of what I regret doing. But once I got my 3 people, I realized it was no longer about me, like it was about we, and that's kind of the most important thing I've ever heard. And I would say the lowest point is realizing that those 3 people that I signed up, like, weren't able to become free right away. Like, they had to do work, and I had to help them. And like, when you fail to yourself, it's one thing, but if you fail to help someone else, like, it feels even worse. And I think the lowest point was realizing that, like, people were depending on me, and I wasn't ready for that. Like, I haven't really been a leader that many times, and I think realizing that I needed to become a leader in order to like make this work was actually a pretty high point. It motivated me to just be a better person.
Yeah, sure. Okay. You know, just to close this out, I guess what would you say to anybody that is struggling to hit D3 or struggling to hit F3? Maybe they've been in it, you know, for like 3-4 months and it's just not working out.
This is what I'm feeling, that anyone that starts to doubt themselves, because, like, number one, if you doubt yourself, no one's gonna have faith in you. Like, mindset is basically everything. Like, knowledge is power. Like, know what you're talking before you talk about it. Have confidence in what you're talking about. And remember, like, I'm sure I speak for any F3 or anyone who's ranked up in this business, but you will go through so many no's before you get just one yes. So as long as you keep moving, like, you're gonna go somewhere.
Okay, awesome. Oh, dude, I fucking loved it. But yeah, guys, that's advice from one of the biggest leaders in my business. You know, Jake Loco hit F3 his first month in business. Hope you guys took notes. But with that, we're done with this video. Be on the lookout for another interview I'm gonna have with another person who hit F3 their first month in the business as well. So thanks for listening, guys.